right, hey, good morning. Actually, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Lake Kitchen. I had some leftover pork loin, which was made in the deluxe air fryer, leftovers. And I thought, gosh, looked at what's in the fridge. I've got things for a stir fry, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a stir fry. Simple technique. It's one of the healthiest, fastest, freshest ways to cook that I know of. Most of the time I'm using my stainless steel wok. So this has the nonstick grid, kind of that honeycomb grid in there. And that makes it super easy to clean up, but you can still, if you're wanting to make a sauce or something, you still can develop that fond. However, because I love playing with new toys, I'm gonna actually be using my new 10-inch cast iron skillet. So traditional cast iron, I love that there's no long handle, very simple to carry and move with these two short handles. It has a square round design. So kind of like when you get your nails done, right ladies, the square round look. It actually creates more area inside to hold your food. And if you're a righty or a lefty, no fears, because there's a pour spout on either side to accommodate whichever way you like to do that. So that's what I'm going to be cooking in. I also like the cast iron because it is really high heat safe. So high heat, in fact, that you can put it in the coals when you're camping. Definitely over a fire. This is the skillet that will be handed down from generation to generation. And it's just a great way to cook. I'm really loving cooking with the cast iron. Particularly if you're a steak person or a chop person, you can turn that up super high and get a great sear on that meat with the cast iron. So for me, this has been a new way of cooking. I've not been a cast iron cook before, so I'm really liking trying it out. So that's what you're gonna see today. I'm gonna be cooking on the cast iron. So I'm gonna turn this up to higher than medium, but not medium high. So I'm gonna get a pretty good heat going. So when you stir fry, you always wanna start with your denser vegetables first, the ones that are gonna take a little longer to cook. So I've got a couple of carrots here, and I used our vegetable peeler to peel them. It peels both directions, so it's super fast to peel a carrot or anything you're peeling. And the serrated peeler, which I'm gonna show you on my broccoli, for thicker skin things, you want to use that serrated peeler. So I'm just going to use my crinkle cutter to cut slices on the diagonal. And why am I using the crinkle cutter, you may ask? It's because it creates more surface area on these dense carrots, and they'll cook a little faster. Plus they kind of look cool. And you've seen me do carrot sticks with the crinkle cutter. I love it. It's great for making cheese cubes on an appetizer tray. Love it when you're teaching your kids to cook. This is something they can do and probably aren't going to hurt themselves because it's not sharp really. You can cut your deviled eggs in half lengthwise and add some creativity to your deviled eggs. It's Easter's coming up, so you can get those hard-boiled eggs out and make them look pretty when you're doing deviled eggs. And it's great also, I use it sometimes when I have a head of cauliflower, just to chop up my head of cauliflower. Works really nicely. Okay, I'm gonna get in my drawer and look for, can't find it. So instead, you'll see how quick and easy these flexible cutting mats are, just to toss that in. So I got a little bit of sizzle going. I wish I had an onion, but I don't have an onion. I can't believe I'm having stir fry with no onion. That's gonna kill me. So I've got some celery ribs using our Forge Cutlery chef's knife. You can get right through that celery. And I don't know about you, but I kind of cut those little connector places off. Trash can down here. And then get the last little bits of those. And toss those over here. Using my bamboo spatulas, just kind of toss things around in here. Got some oil going in there. I highly recommend avocado oil as your go-to oil for general use. I have totally replaced it as far as olive oil goes, unless sometimes for dipping. But like olive oil, it's very, very good for you, but it doesn't have a low smoke point. So I love that. You can actually cook with it. It's also very flavor neutral, so you don't have to worry about flavors interfering. You can even use it to bake with, of course. All right, I've already got some mushrooms prepped here. Those are some Bella mushrooms. I've got part of my broccoli prepped. Glass prep bowls are a must if you are prepping. I've got some red bell pepper that I chopped up in my manual food processor, and I used part of it yesterday. But the nice thing about that manual food processor is you can just put the lid right on and then throw it in the fridge and be good to go. So whether you use some of the dip, some of the guac, whatever, it'll keep right in there. So broccoli, I love broccoli. A lot of people love broccoli. And of course, it's less expensive to buy it like this than it is to buy the florets or the crowns, I guess they call them crowns. A lot of people just cut this right off and throw this away. Don't do that, because what's underneath this woody exterior is really tender and delicious. So all I do is take my serrated peeler and just peel off that woody exterior. Just takes a second to do that. And you'll know when it's off because you'll stop seeing fibers that just look smooth there. There's one I missed. And then I kind of turn it around this way and just seems to tenderize those stems on the broccoli just a little bit. So voila, I'm all ready to go there. So I can throw this away. And then use my chef's knife to just slice that. And honestly, if you took that end and made sticks out of it and put it on a veggie tray, people would go, what is this? It's like crazy, but it's delicious. It's tender. I think it tastes way better raw than that part, personally. And then we'll get up to here and just make some quick work of the rest of that broccoli. Okay, and then I'm just going to dice up the pork. In just a couple of minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add the broccoli and mushrooms. I'll add the pork last since it's already cooked. And then I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do for sauce. So we're back. Look at this gorgeous pot full of deliciousness. You know, they say you eat with your eyes first, and when food is that colorful and beautiful, it just looks amazing. So all I've done so far is to add a little bit of sesame oil. I love sesame oil with a stir fry. And I'm also going to add some of our Asian seasonings. So all of our pantry rubs and seasonings are just amazing. I use the Asian a lot. It's got ginger, chili, I'm not sure what all, but a lot of good stuff that adds to the flavor of your stir fry. And then my other secret weapon is coconut aminos. I like to use coconut aminos in place of soy sauce. I think it's a little healthier for you. Coconut aminos are made from the fruit or the blossom of the coconut tree. And they are full of really good, delicious things. And soy is not my friend. I think soy is one of the most genetically modified things. We eat so much soy in our diets. And if you have ever had breast cancer or a history of cancer, soy products are something you definitely want to avoid. So the coconut aminos, I find, just fill in beautifully. They taste fantastic. No one would ever know the same. Adds that, even I use it when I'm making soup or stews. It adds that little umami flavor, that just of the earth flavor, just so, so good. So that is just smelling crazy good. And, oh gosh, you know, we definitely need some garlic in there too. You can't have a stir fry without garlic, for heaven's sakes. That's a big old chunk. See how quickly and easily that garlic just goes right in there and in there. I have a knife. Put that all in there. And then, of course, what's inside goes in the trash, whoops, or somewhere. I'm an enthusiastic and messy cook, and I admit it. All right, I'm going to turn the heat off. Let me just push this off the heat, in fact, because I have plenty of heat going. Now, at this point, you can do one of two things. I forgot to add the book. Silly me. Might need a little more coconut aminos in there. Coconut aminos do not taste like coconut, just to clarify. They taste like soy sauce. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wow. That's amazing. So at this point, when we have this, I do one of two things. I happen to have some leftover rice in my 2-cup prep bowl, and I just heated that in the microwave, not with the lid. These prep bowl lids are not microwavable. But I make up rice in advance. That's another thing I prep, and I use our microwave rice cooker or the quick cooker to do that with, and then I freeze them in this size container because it's about the perfect size for 2 people. Or a fun thing you can do, and kids seem to really like this, I do too, is take a pack of ramen noodles and just crush them inside the package and then sprinkle them into the stir fry. And then I usually add, at this point, if I had orange juice, I might pour a little orange juice in there just to give it a fun little different flavor, or apple juice. For now, I think I'm just going to add a little bit of extra water so those noodles can soften up a little bit. But even if they're a little crunchy, that's not a bad thing either. And then I serve that in a bowl. We like to eat with chopsticks. Chopsticks is really great for slowing your eating down, in my case. All right, so there's lunch at the lake.